When we think of World War II, battleships may not immediately come to mind as the most decisive tools of war. After all, aircraft carriers quickly became the dominant naval force. But among the aging giants of the seas, one ship stood out as a living legend: HMS Warspite, the grand old lady of the Royal Navy. She wasn't just a ship, she was a force to be reckoned with. Why does Warspite deserve the title of the most successful battleship of WW2? Let's unpack her incredible career, from her record-setting hits to her strategic triumphs and near-mythical longevity. HMS Warspite's story began in 1913 as a groundbreaking design for her time. She first proved her mettle at the Battle of Jutland during World War I, enduring 13 heavy shell hits and surviving to escort the surrendered German fleet to Scapa Flow. Even in her earliest years, Warspite seemed to embody resilience and glory. By the time WW2 broke out, battleships like Warspite were considered outdated, overshadowed by carriers and submarines. But the Royal Navy had other plans. Warspite, despite her age, replaced HMS Royal Oak in the home fleet after the latter's tragic sinking by a German U-boat in Scapa Flow. From there, Warspite embarked on a career that would cement her place in naval history. Warspite's WW2 story truly begins in Norway. At the Second Battle of Narvik, she sank 2 German destroyers in a decisive victory. But her most iconic moment came in the Mediterranean in 1940. In a clash with the Italian Navy, Warspite scored what was then the second longest recorded naval gun hit ever, a staggering 26,500 yards on the Italian battleship Giulio Cesare. Her precision and power turned the tide in battles where Allied forces were outnumbered. Her triumphs didn't stop there. At the Battle of Cape Matapan, Warspite participated in the destruction of 3 Italian heavy cruisers and 2 destroyers, showcasing her ability to dominate the seas even in her twilight years. The war wasn't all glory for Warspite. She was nearly lost at Salerno in 1943 when 3 German Fritz X guided bombs struck her, blowing out her boiler room. Most ships would have been written off, but not Warspite. She was towed to safety, repaired, and returned to action. In one of her final iconic missions, she shelled German positions at Sword Beach on D-Day, her mighty 15-inch guns the first to open fire in support of the Allied invasion of Normandy. From Gold to Juno beaches, Warspite's presence provided crucial support to ground forces. Her resilience wasn't limited to combat damage. In 1944, she became the first British capital ship to transit the Straits of Dover since the war began, surviving a mine explosion off Harwich soon after. Even battered and bruised, she refused to back down. By 1945, HMS Warspite had given her all. Worn out from years of service, she was deemed too costly to repair and decommissioned. Yet, in a poetic twist, Warspite refused to go quietly. On her way to the breakers in 1947, she broke free of her tow and ran aground at Prussia Cove, Cornwall, a fitting end for a ship that defied the odds at every turn. Today, only her keel remains, buried beneath the waves, but her memory endures. What makes Warspite the most successful battleship of WW2? It's not just her impressive list of battle honors, the most awarded to any ship in the Royal Navy, but her versatility, longevity, and indomitable spirit. She proved that even an obsolete ship could leave an undeniable mark on history. HMS Warspite wasn't just a battleship, she was a testament to resilience and the will to fight, earning her place as the greatest battleship of World War II. So, what do you think? Does Warspite deserve her legendary status, or is there another contender for the title?